Parents want what's best for their kids, and deciding what to feed them in their early years can be confusing.
I had my first baby, I cruised the baby food aisle and just felt so overwhelmed. I felt like no company was really helping me out to understand, what does my baby need in a day? How do I make sure he's gotten enough veggies and protein?
With so much information out there, Katie and her co-founder Kendall wanted to base their company around science and a solution for parents.
Like with your food that you do have a program too for going through these different proteins, and kind of explain how that works.
Yeah, so when I thought about how I wanted to create a company that was a solution that solved for all of my anxiety in feeding my own kiddo, I knew that it wasn't just I want to create the healthiest product or I want to create products that have these kinds of ingredients in it. I really thought about that solution. So I took some time to figure out what infants need at each stage of development based on the USDA and Academy of Pediatrics recommendations, and created this meal system.
Katie is a registered dietitian and was the first nutritionist for Starbucks. When she became a mom herself, she focused her attention on baby food.
So there's research that shows that 4 to 7 months is when they are most susceptible to trying and liking new flavors.
Oh, wow.
So if we can introduce our babies to as many, earthy foods and different herbs and spices and different bitter veggies and sour and all the different flavors and textures, they will grow up to be a more adventurous and healthful eater.
Right.
So with Beet Berry, I wanted to really beet forward. It's the #1 ingredient in that meal. It has strawberries and whole milk yogurt and oats, but it became a meal that was my now 10-year-old's favorite. When I would come home from the commercial kitchen and be making this meal, he would ask, "Did you make Beet Berry today? Did you do it? Can I have it? Can I have it?" I was,
Right. But he's like,
Just one in your lunch.
For
Yeah.
sure. But that just shows that he was exposed to those flavors and foods earlier, and then did develop that taste for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounds like definitely the goal.
That's the goal.
Okay, well, we're going to dive into the Beet Berry
Okay.
because you've been talking about it. So
love
was
it.
this one of your first recipes you developed?
Yeah, it's one of the earliest ones. It's become a fan favorite. So we like to take our customers through like a texture journey as well. So knowing that, baby's first bites, typically parents are looking for a little bit thinner and really, really smooth, right? Because they're transitioning from breast milk or formula to solid foods. They need to be able to kind of push the food to the back of their mouth and swallow it easily. So this is one of our thinner ones, sort of like a smoothie texture.
Okay.
But very beet forward.
All right. It is beet forward. Wow.
Good?
Oh my gosh, it's like, a puree, is kind of the texture behind it, but that is so good, and it's also sweet.
Yeah.
So what are the fruits in here?
So it's literally beets, strawberries, yogurt, and oats. It's a super simple one.
Oh my gosh, wow, and that's all it's in there.
That's it.
Just a few meals a day will give baby 100% of their daily recommended veggies, fruits, grains, and proteins. Square Baby focuses on early introduction to textures and allergens as well. Their color-coded meal system aims to make sure baby gets square, balanced foods throughout the different stages of growth.
So we've really thought about how we offer a variety of thin to thicker textures, from smooth to chunkier textures. So again, that variety and diversity from a texture perspective as well as in a flavor perspective is so important for that early palate development.
Her co-founder Kendall is the COO and also a mom of 3. The two met in the Bay Area and brought Square Baby to life. They're packed with healthy ingredients that get baby off to a good start and will hopefully become flavors they'll come to love for years.
So this is apple curry chicken.
Yeah.
So it has zucchini as the #1 ingredient, so kind of veggie forward perspective. You'll still find that it's got some sweetness from the apple, but there's zucchini, peas, apple, quinoa, coconut milk, curry, and the chicken bone broth.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot packed into one meal.
So when we were developing this one and figuring out the appropriate spice level, I'm like, it's perfect.
It's perfect.
But it's not. It's curry forward, right? Like you get the warmth of the curry. If we're really trying to help babies develop their palate so that they're, when you then transition to table foods or say, hey, we would love, we're ordering Thai and getting curry.
Yeah.
It's not the first time that they've tasted these flavors.
You can find Square Baby's direct-to-consumer product at their online store to sign up for delivery.